is the easiest biscuits you'll ever make. First of all, set your oven to 350. The things you're going to need is a mixing bowl, self-rising flour, gold medal, oil, any kind of oil, salt, a baking powder, measuring spoons, measuring cup, milk, and you're going to need a pie pan of some sort. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you measure out about 2 cups to 2.5 cups of flour, depending on how many biscuits or how big your biscuits are going to be. So let's get 2 cups of flour going here. Maybe 2.5 today. Just a little bit more. As you know, I don't measure. So I've been trying to get it where I can actually give you measurements. So the flour's done. Put that to the side. Now we need to add about 1/4 cup of oil. Now, self-rising flour has baking powder and salt, but I like to add just a little bit more just in case. It does help your biscuits to rise. About 1/4 teaspoon of salt and baking powder. Okay, put that to the side. Now you're going to add your milk, and that's probably going to be about 1 cup of milk. Might be more, depending on, or less, depending on how sticky, tacky your dough gets. So I'm going to just add the milk, and I'm going to need a big, nice, good spoon. So I'm just going to start stirring it. And that'll tell me if I need to add more milk. Yes, I do. See, you see this consistency of this flour? You want it very tacky. And we may have to add more, but let's see. To add a little bit more, so that looks like it's about 1.25 cups maybe of milk. You can tell by as you're adding the milk whether or not you're getting it right. It needs to be sticky, and when this is finished I will show you. Okay, that's about right. So if you look at the dough, you can tell, see how tacky it is? It's kind of just sticky. So now we're going to put flour on the, I'm going to put the rest of this in here, it won't hurt a thing. This will just make it a little tackier, but for some reason, the more sticky your dough is, the bigger biscuits you get. So I'm going to make it a little bit stickier. And if it gets too sticky, you can always add just a little bit of more flour. Okay, so now we need to put flour on our surface. So you just need to add some flour onto your surface. Oops. Okay, spread the flour out and just put your dough on the flour. Okay, and now you're just going to take and pick up flour with your fingers, and you're going to knead the dough. But you're not going to knead it very much. You just want to get it nice and covered with the flour where you can work with it. Because again, it's very sticky. Okay. So now you want to take it and you're just going to roll it up into a nice log. Like such. Keep putting more flour on if you need. Okay. And you need to put about a tablespoon of oil in the bottom of your pan. Oil all doughy. Okay, so now you're going to take and you're just going to pinch off a nice piece of dough. And you don't do anything to it. You kind of pat it a little bit and round it up. And then you take and put it in the oil and put it in your biscuit pan with the oil up. Pinch off more. Put it into the oil. Oil side up. Keep pinching it off. Going to be a big biscuit, one in the center. There we go. Okay, so this is what it should look like. So we're going to put it in the oven. So now we're going to stick it in the oven for about a half an hour. At 350 degrees. Finished product, half an hour later, are your biscuits. Nice and plump. Take and open one up so you can see what it looks like. They're very flaky. Put a pat of butter on mine. Do whatever you want on yours. And there you go. Your finished biscuit.